So far, people have observed the curfew because they know the curfew has been instrumental in curbing the spread of COVID-19 in the country. And of course, people are quite happy about the easing of the removal of restrictions on movement in Kilifi and Kwale. And we want to thank the people there for their discipline during the restriction of movement. They were able to observe the rules that government had put in place, respected the roadblocks, respected the curfew, social distancing rules, and that's why infections in those two counties have been minimal. And we now hope that Mombasa, because of the extension, will also be able to come to that point where the infections will plateau and drop. And it largely is looking like we are getting there because the numbers seem to be plateauing. And I think that's a great effort on the part of the people of Mombasa. The burden was heavy, but it's easing, and we are very glad about that. So overall, I think we are doing pretty well, and we hope that people will keep maintaining the respect they have had for government directives with regards to dealing with COVID-19 infections, particularly the social distancing requirement in all public places, the wearing of masks in all public places, the avoidance of crowding, and of course meetings, and the respect for the rule of 15 for those attending public functions, especially funerals, and the occasional wedding. People should restrict themselves to the 15. And those who want to leave Mombasa because it's mandatory for them to do so, they should follow the normal protocol. They should obtain the COVID-15 certificate to indicate that they have been tested and they are free, especially truck drivers. They should ensure that they have their certificate 48 hours before they start the journey. Otherwise, they will be exporting infections to the other parts of the country, and we will not allow that. So anybody should not go to the roadblock to argue with the police officers there. The only argument we will accept is a COVID-free certificate from our medical personnel. Any other argument will not be tolerated, and I think that should be the protocol going forward. We have mainstreamed that, and it should remain so for everyone who must go past that roadblock. Those who want to leave Mombasa to other counties like Kilifi and Kwale, they should know that it's only those who must go, those who are in essential services, and those who are in dire circumstances that will compel them to go, but then they need to get approval, the necessary approvals from the relevant offices to enable them to cross over to the other side, so that we can truly go by the government directive on keeping Mombasa, restricted. The time when they will open, trying as much as possible to have their workers tested, to know the COVID status of their employees, and also to ensure that the way the hotel or restaurant is structured meets the requirements of the Ministry of Health as directed. So we hope that by the time we open the economy, I think they'll be ready to receive their first guests, and those guests should know that they're in an environment where they will not get infected, so that as they enjoy their stay, they are pretty sure that they are in very safe hands. Okay, Lungalunga and Taveta borders, we still have a situation where our trucks are not crossing over and Tanzanian trucks are not coming in. I think is a situation that government is determined to improve, because I think our neighbor has not been able to accept our certificates, and they would want us to accept their certificates, even though they may not have been certificates that are integral to fighting, the COVID-19 disease. So I think government is addressing that, and we hope that soon the situation will come back to normal. But we still insist that anybody coming to the country should be COVID-free. If the test indicates that this person is not COVID-free, then he doesn't cross into our region. He stays out, stays in the neighboring country until he gets a COVID-free certificate. I think that is the standard, and we will maintain that.
Alafu utaniambia tu if there's any difference. Has it made any difference, the cessation ban?
Hiyo alikuwa na share because ilikuwa
side ile side ni sababu ya jua. The other side sababu ya jua. Si Sababu
bila sababu.
sasa
Fika hapa.
sasa ni gani wenyewe ule atakuja pelekea makaratasi kwanza ni zinaanzia wapi? Hakuna, nilikuwa nafikiria kama mlolongo ati ikifika ndio itaanza kulipiwa sasa hiyo.
Ikifika? Na kuna zile
Sahii news zimeanza. Sema bro.